مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أعزائي طلبة الصف التاسع, today we're going to answer some of the enrichment sheet questions for grade 9. Let's start with language functions. Question number 1. Are you sure we have homework tomorrow? The alternatives are I give up, I'm positive, it's up to you, do as you please. Here the question asks me if I am sure. So I have to answer like, I am positive, I am sure, yes 100%. These are alternatives or good alternatives for the answer. So we will go with I'm positive. Number 2, can you explain to me how to upload a video on YouTube? Here the question asks me to give him the process. I'm talking about the process. هنا أنا قاعد أتكلم عن العملية. So the answer should be with words like first, then, finally, etc. So I will go with D. Number 3, will you give me some money to start my project? Here, using will is to give the function of requesting something. So here we use will to request, and the answer of the request either to accept or to refuse. And the alternatives here are thank you, never mind, okay, here you are, بمعنى تفضل, I promise, I'll be careful. So here we will go with accepting the request, and the answer should be okay, here you are. Other alternatives for okay, here you are is alright, is yes, is also we can use yeah, sure, or yes, I will. All these are good alternatives for the answer, okay, here you are. Number 4, I think our school will win this competition. Here I'm predicting. So the answer should be either I agree with this prediction or I disagree. And I will go with the answer A, which is I doubt that, and this means that I disagree. Can I help you? Do as you please, and thanks for your advice are not suitable answers, especially the last one, because the sentence is not an advice. Now, let's go to number 5. Are you coming with us for dinner tonight? Number 5, ask me if I am willing to go, if I have the ability to go with them. And in this case, my answer should be either I will go, إما راح أذهب, or no, I'll not go. And we have many expressions for that. One of them is count me in, and it means that yes, I will be available, I will go. أنا راح أكون قادر إني أنا أذهب معكم. So count me in. Many answers could be suitable for these questions, like count me out if I'm not gonna go, or yes 100%, I'll be there, I will be there is another expression that could be used for an answer for this question. Can I help you? And what do you say? Thanks for your advice. All of them are not suitable answers. Now we will go to the reading exercise, and here I'm going to talk about the strategy of answering such questions. This is a text talking about a story, or giving an idea, or give me the idea that this is a story, because here there is a boy talking about his past, and he's talking about what happened with him in the nursery, and the gift that he got from the nursery, which is a tree. And he's talking also about his 3-year-old sister that went to the same nursery, and she may get another tree. So here the idea is talking, or let's say the text is talking about a boy who got or having his own tree. And this is the answer of question number 1. What's the main idea of the text? And in this case, we usually read the first paragraph or the first 2 paragraphs of the story, and it will give us the suitable answer. أحيانا الفقرة الأولى والثانية ممكن تعطينا الفكرة عن القصة أو عن النص، فبالتالي راح نروح الإجابة اللي هي a boy having his own tree. طبعا قراءة النص كامل حتى تحصل الإجابة أفضل وأفضل، لأنك أنت بدك تكون فكرة عامة عن النص. Now let's go to question number 2. How many apples did the tree have last year? And here we can say it is 6 apples, because as you can see here, I counted 6. Question number 3, where did he find the recipe of the pie? And we can see that in paragraph number 3, in line number 2, I have already picked out a recipe from the cookbook. You can answer directly from the cookbook, or you can start with the text from the beginning, but note that you need to change the subject, because here in the story he's talking about himself. هو قاعد يتكلم عن نفسه، لكن when you are going to answer you're going to talk about him. راح تتكلم عنه، فبالتالي بدل ال I راح تكون he. And instead of have, you will write has. He has already picked out a recipe from the cookbook, or as I said, you can directly write from the cookbook. Now question number 4, what does the boy hope his sister pick? And the answer is in the last paragraph. He said, I hope she picks cherry tree. But I think that you need to erase I here and also hope, and you will write instead he hopes instead of I hope. Then she picks a cherry tree. Now we will continue to question number 5. How old is the boy's sister? And it is 3. She is now 3 years old, and we can see it directly here. My sister is now 3 years old. And what does the boy do in the shade? Here we can see also the answer. I like to sit beneath it and read a book or just watch bees and butterflies. In this case, we can answer from the beginning, or you can say he reads and he watches bees and trees, and that's what I did. Now we will go to the vocabulary part. Let's start with the first question. The teacher requested the student to write an essay of at 500 words, and here we can say that this is the least number of words, or the least number of words to use. So here we can say it is at least 500 words, because this is the least number. Number 2, Fahd wants to his job, and here we're talking about Fahd's job. So in this case, let's put a line here. A line, okay. As long as he's talking about his job, and here we can say that he's going to become something else, a businessman, so it's understood that the answer should be quit, because he's not going to take a job and then he's going to change it, or ignore a job, or disapprove a job. So the answer is quit. Take يأخذ, ignore يتجاهل, and disapprove لا يوافق. So the answer is quit. Now, question number 3, the Zionist entity to evacuate the people of Gaza. The Zionist entity, الكيان الصهيوني, to evacuate بمعنى يخلي. Then evacuate and Zionist entity. And here we can see that the words that are used are sure, feed, plans, dislike, and I will go with plans. They plans to evacuate, or the Zionist entity plans to evacuate the people of Gaza. And number 4, my cat every morning. I sure, I feed, I plan, I crowd. The most suitable one is B, I feed. أنا أطعم قطتي. Now, question number 5, we need to sit the table before having our dinner. And here we have many options for the word sit, but the suitable or the most suitable one is sit up, بمعنى يجهز أو يعد. Fahid came to the barbecue along with يعني بصحبة أو مع أو برفقة علي. The teacher to conduct a quiz next week. And here the teacher plans to conduct a quiz next week. Now let's move on to this question. Increase, make, crowd, unhealthy, and least. Here we have 5 words that need to be filled in 4 blanks. So one is extra. Before leaving the house, sure to turn off all the lights to save energy. قبل إنك تطفي الإضاءة قلنا before leaving the house, sure is one of the words that come with the word make. And this is you can find in students book page number 65. بإمكانك تلاقي هذه المعلومة في صفحة 65 في students book page 65. We have many words that come along with the word make. So the answer is make sure. Eating too much junk food, which is fast food, can be for your body, can be harmful, or can be here, the second suitable word is unhealthy. Now let's go to the third one. The stadium was filled with cheering, يهتف. The word cheering معناها يهتف, يشجع for their favorite team. And of course crowd بمعنى جمع أو جمهور أو حشد. Now at 95% of Qatari people were able to effectively use technology. And here we're talking about least, at least. على الأقل. Every person should daily drink 2 liters of water at least. It does bother me when homeless people do not have enough food. A big crowd supported the Qatari football team in FIFA World Cup 2022. So crowd هون معناها أيضا جمهور. And dawn, al-fajr, is the time to start your day. Is the ideal time to start your day. And by that we come to the end of vocabulary questions and we will go to grammar. In grammar, here the first sentence we have I think, this book, I like it. Think used for prediction, and for prediction we use will plus verb. إذا استخدامي لكلمة think هو اللي راح يدلني على إنه هذه الكلمة أو هاي الجملة هي تنبؤ prediction. And مع prediction we use will by. Question number 2. When the match, we'll go home before it gets dark. Here we can see that the sentence started with when, and when is a time clause. And after when, before, after, as soon as, until we use present simple. And the present simple, in the present simple, the form of the verb is either to write the verb as it is, تكتب الفعل كما هو, or to add s to the verb. And here we can see that the word is finish. And the match is a singular noun, اسم مفرد. So in this case راح أكتب finishes. وسبب إضافتي ل es بدل s واحدة فقط هو نهاية الفعل finish مع الأحرف sh. Question 3. We to travel to London last year. لاحظ هون في عنا دليل زمني على الماضي. فبالتالي راح أدور على الخيارات اللي بتدل على الماضي. إما B أو C. وبما إنه أنا عندي الضمير هو we فراح أختار were able. If he works harder, he the exam. If the clause type 1. دليلنا إنه type 1 بعد الإف استخدمنا اس مع الفعل بمعنى هذا present simple. بالتالي الطرف الثاني لازم يكون will زائد فعل. فالأنسر. Number 5. The Museum of Islamic Art is known for its collection of some of the artifacts in the. Using the before the blank بيعطيني المعنى إنه هذه superlative. وبالsuperlative form أنا إما بكتب the most أو بضيف للصفة إذا كانت قصيرة est. The coolest. الوحيدة اللي فيها est هي coolest. بينما في الباقي معنا لا est ولا most. فبالتالي إجابة D. Number 6. I'll call as soon as time close تماما زي when. بعد as soon as راح يكون في عندنا present simple. فبالتالي إما تضيف الفعل as أو تخليه مثل ما هو. أنا هون عندي الضمير I. So in this case I'm not gonna add s and the answer should be finish. This restaurant is as and this is the equality. And here we're talking about equality مساواة. تمام. فبالتالي بين as و as لازم يكون عندي الضمير كما هو دون أي تغيير. وهذا بينطبق على B. Good. Okay, now we will go to do as shown between brackets. As soon as the film finish. The film is a singular noun. وإحنا حكينا سابقا إنه بعد as soon as أو time closes in general راح استخدم present simple. So in this case the answer should be either finish or finishes. The film is singular, so it's going to be finishes. Streets are likely to be crowded during rush hour. The answer should be with could. بهاي الحالة I need to delete are likely to وأحط محلها could. فبتصير streets could be crowded. لأنه are likely to could تحمل نفس المعنى. فبالتالي إذا استخدم could راح أشيل are likely to. My dad is more outgoing than my mom. راح أستخدم as لكن راح يكون فيها مقارنة ليس مثل الجمل السابقة. Why? Because they are not the same. They are not they don't have the same quality للadjective outgoing. فبالتالي my dad راح أشيل more راح أشيل than وراح تصير الكلمة كالتالي isn't my mom isn't as outgoing as my dad. Number 4. I had the ability to run fast when I was younger. بنلاحظ الجملة بالماضي وأنا عندي الخيار be able to. استخدامي ل be معناته إني أنا راح أستخدم إما is أو am أو are أو was أو were. بما إنه ماضي راح أستخدم was أو were. فراح تصير جملة I طبعا بعد إذا حدث I had the ability to راح تصير I was able to run fast when I was younger. الجملة الخامسة before I get on plane I pass by the check-in counter. before واحدة من time closes الطرف الثاني بعد الكوما راح يكون will زائد فعل. فبالتالي before I get on a plane I will pass the check-in counter. الجملة السادسة it's possible that عاصم will buy a new scooter. It's possible that تحمل نفس معنى may. In this case راح أحذفها راح أكتب عاصم محل will راح أكتب may وبالتالي راح تصير عاصم may buy a new scooter. Number 7. The opening ceremony of the World Cup is the coolest because here we can see the is used with the superlative part or the superlative sentence, and I have to add either est or most before the adjective cool. Cool is a short adjective, صفة قصيرة, so I will add est. هيك نكون انهينا الجرامر وننطلق لنصوص الرايتنج. في النص الأول وهو من الوحدة السابعة we need to write an email. We saw an advertisement and we need to write a cover letter. This cover letter should take the form of an email, and it should be between 10 to 12 or 13, 15 sentences maximum. Let's see the text. First of all, I'll start with the greeting. أول شيء أبتدأ بالgreeting. ضروري يكون formal. Dear sir, بعد هيك راح تكتب سبب كتابتك لهذا النص. I'm writing to apply for an administrative assistant. بإمكانك تختار أي وظيفة ثانية غير administrative assistant. As advertised in your company website, I came across the job while browsing for the opportunities in this field. بإمكانك برضو تحط جملة شوي أقل طولا. ممكن تحكي I came across this job while I was looking for a job. هون بيكون قاعد يتكلم عن الخبرات اللي اكتسبها، المميزات، الكواليتيز تاعت الشخص اللي احنا، او اللي هو عني. يعني اذا انا بتكلم عن نفسي بكون بتخيل انه انا عندي الخبرة الفلانية، انا عندي المميزات الفلانية، فبالتالي you will write them in the body. بإمكانك تقسم البودي إلى قسمين، paragraph 1 و paragraph 2، أو بإمكانك تحطهم كلهم بباراجراف واحدة. الطرف الثاني الآن من الفقرة راح أحكي إيش المميزات اللي أنا عندي. إذن أو في الأولى حكيت خبراتي، بعدين ببلش أحكي المميزات تاعتي. أنا ممكن زي ما حكينا I'm proficient in Microsoft Office. I believe qualification and experience make me the ideal candidate. لازم تحكي إنك أنت راح تكون ال ideal candidate for this position. في النهاية لما تيجي بتنهي بالعبارات التالية: I am available for an interview at your convenience. أنا متاح للمقابلة في أي وقت أنت بتشوفه مناسب. I look forward to receiving your reply. أو receiving your reply. I hope my application will be taken into consideration. هي المصطلحات هذه مهمة في إنك تختم فيها الكفر لتر أو الإيميل. بعدين تحكي yours faithfully لأنك ما ذكرت الاسم، بعدين اسمك من مقطع. أما النص الثاني فإحنا هون نتكلم عن describing a process of fixing something. في هاي الحالة ضروري جدا إنه يكون هاي الكلمات موجودة. ضروري جدا تكتب الإيميل التايتل لازم يكون بطريقتين، إما بطريقة السؤال how to أو بطريقة ing. راح أبدأ أنا بهذه الطريقة: fixing a computer case with a damaged power supply. اخترت أنا هذا الموضوع computer case أو computer with damaged power supply. فببدأ في ing fixing a computer case with a damaged power supply. في النص الأول راح أقدم النص بجملتين: fixing a computer case can be simple process. follow these steps. اتبع هذه الخطوات. وببدأ في الخطوات باستخدام ضروري يكون في عنا first, next, then and finally. وحاول قدر الإمكان أنك تكمل لحد 10 جمل. طبعا دائما استخدم الأفعال الامبيراتيف. مش دائما بحاجة انك انت تبدأ ب first و next. مثلا اذا بتلاحظون then carefully disconnect بعديها اجي full stop remove. فانت مش بحاجة انك دائما تذكر الكلمات اللي هي ordering event او ordering steps words. بإمكانك تبدأ مباشرة بالimperative verb اللي هو فعل الأمر. هذا كل شيء بالنسبة للمراجعة. طبعا بإمكانك إذا حاب تشوف النصوص المكتوبة توقف الفيديو عندها وتنسخها أو تكتبها، أو ممكن تعدل عليها براحتك بحيث إنك يكون لك بصمتك في هاي الكتابات. بتمنى لكم التوفيق. شكرا جزيلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.